What you're about to see is a perfect example of how quickly a routine public audit can spiral into a full-blown legal disaster. A man calmly filming a police station car park. No shouting. No threats. No barriers. And yet within minutes, officers begin contradicting themselves, inventing restrictions, and leaning on authority that doesn't legally exist. This case isn't about filming. It's about power, ego, and what happens when the public knows the law better than the people paid to enforce it. Watch closely, because every word here matters.
Public on here, so that's why I'm asking you to leave and move out onto the public area. You can either go
into it, and I'm not going to listen to you. And if you touch me, right, that's going to be an assault as well. So just look, you've got your hands up. You've got your hands up. Right, so excuse out of my way, please. Excuse out of my way. Excuse out of my way.
You can film.
Oh, listen to me. Please get out of my way. Please get out of my way. Get out of my way. Let me
The Chief
pass.
Constable holds the right to restrict your access. Okay, you're more than welcome to film on the public bits, but we can't have you filming by the gate, obviously, because it's got a keypad. Okay, which is a private
I'm not listening
access.
to you what you're saying. You're just talking. No, I'm not. You're talking to yourself, and I'm going forward. And I'm going forward. Do not listen. Listen, you're standing right in front of me. Right, so I'm. Why not?
Because it's an implied right of access.
No, listen. I've got a right of access. I've been told. Okay, by an inspector. By an inspector.
And this right of access is now being revoked.
No, we'll go and get an inspector to revoke it, because I've been told by an inspector that I can film here.
I don't need an
No, I've been told that I can film here.
What I am happy to do.
No. Listen.
Told you about what's upsetting you.
Nothing.
This is the first red flag. Notice how the officer admits there's no signage, no barrier, and no physical restriction, then immediately pivots to insurance reasons. That's not law. That's internal policy. And policy does not override public access. If an area is openly accessible with no posted restrictions, members of the public are legally entitled to be there. Filming in itself is not suspicious, and insurance liability is not a lawful reason to remove someone from public space. This is where the legal footing starts to crumble.
Oh,
filming in a place
well, you shouldn't be. You should be after that guy first, because he's getting away. Who is he?
At the moment,
Who's that bloke?
I don't know.
Why don't you know that?
Because I don't work with him.
So, how are you going to find him?
Well, we've got CCTV, I'll identify
Okay.
that, okay?
Oh, you will.
What I'm more concerned about at the moment...
No, I'm not going nowhere. I've been told that I can film it. I can.
You can, but you
I can
can't
film it.
here.
I can film it. No, and I'm telling you that I've been told by an inspector that I can film here. Okay, Inspector Creed. Okay? Now, off you go, because this is what he said, okay? I can film here. So unless another inspector comes down and wants to tell me that, no, I'm not going to take it from you.
I have the right to tell you that you can't film it.
No, you're not going to supersede the inspector, because he told me that I can film it.
Okay, from my sergeant and from my inspector.
No.
I've been told
Which inspector? Who's the inspector?
Inspector Cutter.
Okay, where's Inspector Cutter?
He's in the building.
Okay, we'll go and get Inspector Cutter to come out and tell me.
Because I'm asking you.
No, and I'm politely refusing, and I'm declining, because I've already been told by Inspector Creed that I can film here, so
we have.
I don't believe.
This moment is critical. The officer physically blocks Yardley's path while simultaneously claiming he's not restricting him. That contradiction matters. In law, obstruction doesn't require force. Interference alone can qualify. Yardley calmly warns that touching him would be assault, and notice the immediate hands-up response. That's instinctive damage control. Officers know body cams don't lie. The tension you're seeing here isn't about safety. It's about an officer realizing they may have already crossed a legal line.
Or not, I've already told you that I'm not allowing you to talk, simply because I want you to do something which you haven't done. So therefore, by you carrying on with your waffle, right, I'm giving you that opportunity to talk. But I'm not going to give you that opportunity to talk, so I'm going to stop you right there. When an inspector comes out, then he can tell me that. I'll tell him that what Inspector Creed says. We'll have that discussion there. Because as far as I'm concerned, I have been given the right to film here. No, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm telling you. Right? I've just told you.
Why let's have a conversation?
Don't worry about it. All right?
I don't understand why you're being
because I want you to go and sort out this first thing. You're not doing it. You're not doing your job. You're standing there, wasting time, my time, your time, everybody's time.
I don't know. What's the reason for filming it? That's what I know that you can, but what's the reason?
Well, it'll be a bit hard to draw.
This is where authority collapses in real time. One inspector allegedly grants permission, another officer claims it can be revoked, without the inspector present. That's not how lawful authority works. Rank doesn't magically cancel prior authorization, especially when no new legal basis is introduced. When officers refuse to fetch the inspector who supposedly revoked access, it exposes the truth. This isn't enforcement, it's improvisation. And improvisation is how lawsuits are born.
How to treat you, what your experience is and what you may or may not know.
I'm not somebody who gets myself into trouble.
Okay, no, that's fine. Right, well, long story short, I'm the Passive Sergeant, so it's my job to look after you here, and I'm sure you're dealt with fairly as well.
Okay.
To that end, I'm going to ask obviously a few questions to find out why you're here, and I've got some questions for you, see how you're doing physically, mentally.
Okay.
Bearing in mind when I ask the officers about why you're here, that is them explaining why they've done what they've done. That is not an allegation to you for you to sort of necessarily reply to, okay? Because otherwise we'll end up in a...
This case perfectly illustrates why police lawsuits continue to rise. Officers relied on policy instead of law, authority instead of legality, and intimidation instead of clarity. Yardley's calm, informed approach exposed contradictions at every level, turning a simple audit into a potential civil liability nightmare. The lesson here is simple. Public rights don't disappear because they're inconvenient. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping police body cam breakdowns.